That John already. The stream is up, Dale.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's up?
Now Jones.
That's what it sound like.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking left
Get the
side,
fuck out of here.
Got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 22.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Shit, I don't know. I said, Reggie be sleep this late though. But if he don't play this week, I'm gonna replace him.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I mean, he got time to communicate with you. He ain't got to communicate until tomorrow afternoon.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Did one of y'all just tune into my stream? Okay. I don't play that shit. If I don't know who's tuning in, I turn that bitch off. So if you see me randomly turn it off, it's because my opponent taking too long to pick plays, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm turning it off. Now you know.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They run forward with Carson, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Yeah, I'm playing right now. I know. I stopped him on. He had a 3rd and 1 initially.
Philly offense set to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Don't be worried about what you see on that screen, Dale.
8-yard gain, second and 2.
Don't worry about it. You see that play I just ran? You ain't never seen that, though. You ain't never seen me do that.
Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense,
you ain't get everything, dog.
This is Howard on second down.
Oh, get the fuck! Come on, dog.
Right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before.
You see that shit?
Third down.
Here we go. 180.
Watch me hit him with the. Oh shit! I don't have my audible in there. Fuck.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
Nah.
As they'll talk it over
I changed my shit in game.
Third down.
Yeah. Shut up, man.
There we go. Back. 120. Let's go. Great. Let's put that team on the puck. Protein spill.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. A good run by Jordan Howard. And now another 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be caught.
Look at that, Dale. Look at that, Dale. Look at the play.
Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And I get the ball after the half, too.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision.
And Rick, look, Rick can't complain about what I'm running because I'm running all new shit on offense and defense. So I don't want to hear his motherfucking complaint, huh? Do that.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Okay. Also, yeah, I missed your text, though. I sent it out.
24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0.
Oh, man.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. That
Let me
one
end this quarter like I need to.
First down.
And the Seahawks first down.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wilson will throw again. Jones has it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking deep for Jennings. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Go.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
I don't know, did we?
And that'll carry
we didn't play this yet.
The end zone for a touchback.
We played in the playoffs last year. That's when you beat me.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Come on.
First down there, but it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra
You just tuned in
Dale. You run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing
so
pass.
fucking slow, man. I'd be scared to run with his
their
ass.
staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game. Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Cover 3 cloud. He called that shit a lot.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Sunday. Switch it. Come on, switch it. X3, 218, chop it.
He'll get this one to the Golden Domer. St.
Man, don't
Brown.
fumble.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Man, he hit him hard as shit, too.
Go, go. 120.
I ain't even been running the I formation, so what you talking about? I've been scoring off of everything else.
Wins to throw again. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Touch, 280. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. For a touchback.
Good throw. Good throw, LJ. Good throw. Shut your ass up, Roach.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Try the right side with Howard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Great 15, great 15. Sunday.
Wentz going to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. L.J. Collier able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Check. Blue draw quarter.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
My bad. Hold up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Check. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, complete to Jones. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I could work. 90. Nah. Let me see. Hold up. Let me.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 55.
You ain't gonna catch him.
Here we go. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Let me see.
Let's find 7. I'm bringing it to you.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
4 down. Hey, Alpha. 16.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all.
No, Roach,
way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Topper! Kill,
Yes, sir.
turn up. Kill, turn up. Watch the safety creep. Lose by 7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Gunner. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Yeah.
Here's Matt Weil now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Matt Weil now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Hold on. I'm trying to get angry. Hold on. Yeah, I'm about to. Nah, you ain't picking them up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Wilson to throw. He completes it to Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
I sent you
From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
My goodness.
Running right, Jones. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, check. Kill. 33. Switch up. Hey, Haywood. 33. Blue Dan.
Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 18-yard line.
Wow.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Shift. Rush in.
They run with Howard. second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Keep passing. Keep passing, bro. Keep passing. Yeah, he is.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six.
Leave him alone, bro.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Solid.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.